Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the only show that sees a ghost from crypto's past and gets ridiculously excited for the future. I'm Sunny, and folks, the pioneers are on the move.
And I'm Cole. I'm here to remind you that when ghosts start moving things around, it's usually not a good sign for the people living in the house. This isn't exciting, Sunny. This is the sound of floorboards creaking right before the market gets dragged into the basement.
Oh, you have to be the only person on Earth who could see this news and immediately think basement. Cole, this is living history. A true original gangster, someone who was mining Bitcoin way back in 2010, just moved 8,000 BTC. 8,000. That's over $500 million. This is one of the founding fathers of the revolution making a move on the chessboard.
Let's call it what it is. A 14-year-old ghost just woke up and is carrying a $500 million suitcase. You don't just wake up a wallet that's been dormant for that long to check if the password still works. This isn't a chess move. It's someone walking quietly toward the fire exit. This is the kind of event that precedes a very, very large red candle.
A red candle? You're completely missing the poetry of this. This is a masterclass in how the Bitcoin network is supposed to work. This whale, this absolute legend, moved over $500 million to a brand new wallet and paid less than $5 in transaction fees. $5. Try doing that with a bank. Try moving $500 million in gold bars for the price of a latte. You can't. This is a beautiful stress test that proves the network is more powerful, efficient, and robust than ever. It's a testament to the technology.
You're celebrating the efficiency of the getaway car. I don't care if the transaction fee was $5 or 5 cents. The only question that matters is why? Why now? Why, after holding for 14 years through countless cycles of boom and bust, does this person decide that this is the moment to move the coins? To me, the answer is screamingly obvious. They are getting ready to sell. This is stage 1 of a liquidation. They're moving the coins from a dusty old address to a new clean one that they can connect to an OTC desk or an exchange.
See, your mind immediately goes to the most cynical, bearish place possible. You see sell, I see secure. This is just smart operational security. A sophisticated holder like this is probably upgrading their entire custody setup. Think about how much security technology has changed in the last 5 years, let alone 14. They're likely moving to a state-of-the-art multi-signature vault, protecting their assets for the next 14 years. It's the digital equivalent of moving your treasure from an old wooden chest to a Fort Knox-level vault. It's a bullish act of long-term preservation.
Preservation, Sonny? If you wanted to preserve it, you'd leave it alone. The safest place for those coins was the address they hadn't been touched on for years. The old adage is true. Not your keys, not your coins. But the corollary is the less you touch your keys, the safer your coins. Every time you move them, you introduce risk. The only reason to take on that risk is if you're planning an even bigger move, like cashing out. This isn't a security upgrade, it's a pre-sale setup, plain and simple.
I think it's the prelude to something much bigger and more exciting than just selling. You have to think about the mindset of someone like this. They're not just an investor. They are a builder, a true believer from day one. This $500 million war chest isn't exit liquidity, it's venture capital. This is the kind of money that funds the next generation of crypto infrastructure. This whale could be preparing for a massive OTC deal to acquire a company or to pour funding into a new protocol without causing a ripple in the public markets. It's not about cashing out of the ecosystem, it's about reinvesting to build it even bigger.
An OTC deal is selling, Sonny. It's just doing it in a private room so you don't scare the public. It's the definition of selling. And let's follow your logic. This person is a true believer, a pioneer, someone who withstood every storm the market could throw at them. They held through the Mt. Gox collapse, the Silk Road shutdown, the 2018 nuclear winter, all of it. They had diamond hands when diamond hands weren't even a meme. And now is when they decide to act? That tells me that this original disciple thinks the fundamental promise of the revolution has soured. They look at the current landscape, the insane leverage, the regulatory storm clouds, the ETF turning Bitcoin into just a number on a screen for Wall Street, and they're thinking, this isn't what I signed up for. It's time to get out. The smartest person in the room is quietly walking away.
The smartest person in the room is redeploying their capital into the next phase of growth. They see an opportunity. That's what visionaries do. But I know all this speculation about one person's motives is making you nervous. So let's zoom out. Let's look at the collective wisdom of the entire market. Let's look at the cold, hard data and see if it's as terrified as you are. I have the technical analysis for Bitcoin's one-day chart pulled up from TradingView.
Oh, wonderful. Let's move on from one ghost haunting the market to consulting the digital Ouija board. Please, by all means, ask the magic chart what it sees in our future. I'm sure it's nothing but sunshine and rainbows.
It sees something even better than sunshine, Cole. It sees perfect, unshakable, profound balance. This is actually incredible. The overall summary from the most popular technical indicators is a resounding neutral.
Resounding? Sonny, a neutral signal isn't resounding. It's a whisper, it's a shrug. It's the market telling you it has absolutely no idea what to do next.
Let me finish. It's not just the summary. The oscillators, which measure the short-term momentum and buying pressure, neutral. And the moving averages, which track the powerful underlying long-term trend, also neutral. It is a perfect trifecta of tranquility, a market in absolute total equilibrium.
You're celebrating a flat line again, Sonny. This is not equilibrium, this is a coma. The patient has no pulse. The market is so utterly drained of energy, so devoid of conviction, that it has ground to a complete and utter halt. A $500 million whale makes a move, and the market doesn't even have the strength to react. There are no buyers, there are no sellers, there is just a void. That silence you find so peaceful is the eerie quiet right before a structural collapse.
Oh, you're missing the point, Cole. That's the most bullish sign imaginable. This is the ultimate proof of a mature, resilient market. A potentially terrifying event just happened, an ancient whale waking up, and the market absorbed it without even flinching. It held its ground with perfect poise. This proves that for every ounce of fear, there is an equal ounce of confidence. Every potential seller is being met instantly by a buyer. This isn't a void, it's a foundation of reinforced concrete being laid in real time. This perfect neutral state shows we have built an unbreakable floor.
It's a tug of war where both sides got exhausted, dropped the rope, and went home. That's not a foundation, it's a stalemate on the edge of a cliff. The complete absence of a buy signal anywhere on that dashboard is terrifying. It screams that the bulls are out of breath. They tried to push higher and they failed. Now they're just clinging to the current price, hoping no bad news comes along to push them over the edge. This isn't a Launchpad, Sonny. It's a market holding its breath, and it's about to turn blue.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I'll be enjoying the peace and quiet of a market demonstrating its incredible strength, building a powerful launchpad for its next move. That quiet isn't weakness, it's the sound of confidence. Stay bullish.
And I'll be over here bracing for the aftershock that comes when that ghost finally decides to cash in his chips. Don't get lulled to sleep by a flatline. The quietest moments are often the most dangerous. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.